On this week's episode of the Mindset Shift podcast, we are interviewing a true local inspiration, business owner of multiple locations, an entrepreneur and role model to the Filipino community, shares how she shifted her mindset along the way. Mrs. Liza Ochiai.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrilled to introduce a remarkable force in the Filipino community, Miss Liza Ochiai, very successful woman entrepreneur and my personal inspiration. And she embodies passion and resilience. And I'm really excited to know your story. So let's dive in. So my first question is, can you share your journey into the restaurant industry and what inspired you to open multiple restaurants?
Thank you for those kind words. Remarkable, a force in the Filipino community. I feel like I'm a storm typhoon. No, but it was never planned. I was living back and forth in Japan and here in the States, and I just opened one location, and the next thing you know, I have multiple locations. It's a tough business to be in. Up until now, I wonder why I got into it. But I opened the first location in 1998 at the UNLV location. I was going to school, and we used to go to Aloha Specialties inside the California Hotel, and they had like chicken teriyaki bowl for $1.99. It was such a great deal, rice and chicken bowl. And then after I graduated, I didn't know what to do with my life. I just had a baby. And I feel like, okay, I went to school for this and I'm going to die with nothing to show for. Let me try to get into this restaurant business. And there's a spot that was right by UNLV. I opened it up. Like I said, the next thing you know, there's another location that's being offered to me and the third location being offered to me. So I just kept opening things up.
Wow. I mean, tell us that journey from the beginning of opening, and then how long did it take you to open the second one, the third one? Because right now you have four or five Aloha Kitchen, right?
Four Aloha Kitchens and a jackpot.
Yes, yeah.
So 1998 was the first one. The second one was 2002. I hesitated because like I said, I was living back and forth in Japan.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if I really wanted to open another location because of the risk. 90% of restaurants fail the first 2 years. Then 2005, the Charleston and Lamb location. And I bought that property from you, right?
Yeah.
This
Yes.
year or last 2 years ago,
2 years
right?
ago.
Yeah. And then the last one is the Sunset location. So I was opening every 2 or 3 years. And then I stopped. It's because the economy and it's starting, and I had 2 kids. I have 2 kids, and it was just starting to get harder.
Yeah. So tell us about that, because I'm also a mom of 3. And, as an entrepreneur, businesswoman, it's hard to do a balanced work life. How did you do that in restaurant business? I'm sure it's very hectic and busy.
It's like riding a bike and juggling at the same time. So I was doing the restaurant business. I had a payday loan. And then I did the Pinoy Festival
Right.
in 2012, up to 2015. But then in 2015, I forgot to pick up my daughter twice from school. I was running and crying because I've never done that before, right? And then I did it again. So I had to pause and go, which one is my priority? I don't have a lot of time with my kids. They're going to grow up someday and go on their own. So I stopped the festival. I slowed down on opening up more locations for the restaurants. And it's pretty much the payday loan is a side hustle. I just wanted to check it out. It was heavily regulated. It's every year we have to have an audit. And it's like being audited, like the audits that they go through for the banks are the same audits that we used to go through. So, and I liked it, because I was learning things. And I realized after a while that it wasn't for me. So I sold that business.
Okay.
And that's when I opened Jackpot, another one. And then I got into gaming as well, liquor and gaming.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying new things. When I got a call and it said Southwest Airlines, and they said, we wanted a catering for 1,000 people. And I'm like, is this a scam? No, we're calling from corporate Southwest Airlines in Arizona, and we wanted to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, thank you so much. The hub at McCarran won, at Harry Reid Airport
Yeah.
won, the group won, and they wanted Aloha Kitchen to serve them food.
Wow.
And I was very flattered, of course, but I was also hesitating, like, okay, is this for real? 1,000 people?
Yeah.
So I asked, only if we can cook at the airport, because it's 1,000 people. I don't want people to get sick.
Yeah.
And they actually allowed us to cook right where the people where the airplane would pull up.
Wow.
We were barbecuing, and the staff would come and go. Like, flight attendants would come and then fly out, eat, fly out again. So
Wow.
that was very interesting. I knew then that the economy was turning, because
Wow.
after that it got better.
Okay. That's a great story. I remember you have a lot of great stories. Tell us about Pinoy Pride, because Filipino Festival, it's I think you're the only one who does that here in Las Vegas.
There's actually a couple,
A couple. Okay.
but we're the biggest.
Yes, it's like what, four to 7,000 people, 3-day event. You bring the biggest artists from the Philippines,
Yes.
right? Tell us how you got started with that.
But that I used to do a lot. I used to be a vendor at a lot of events. Bite of
Yeah.
Las Vegas. I was a vendor for like 15 years. Life is Beautiful.
Oh, that's right.
EDC, I did that.
Mhm.
And I joined a lot of events, but I was thinking, I think there is a market for a Filipino festival. I think I can do this. Um, Filipino Pinoy Fest is actually my love letter to the Filipino American community here. It is a celebration of our culture, our food, our music. It sounds like a cliche, but it really is. And this year, we have this festivals, parade of festivals that's become a highlight of the event.
Oh.
Very colorful. It's very happy. It's just enticing for people to come and watch the parade itself. Yes, I do bring in the big artists from the Philippines, but I was getting a lot of emails and reactions with the parade itself, not just the artists.
Wow.
So
Mhm.
this year, there's a group from Arizona who reached out to me, and they're bringing in a part of the Mascara Festival, which is another a big festival in the Philippines. So I'm excited. People are reaching out from California, from Arizona. People are flying in from Indiana, asking
Wow.
about the festival. There's actually a few people asking, do you know a realtor? It's funny because they're asking for tickets, but then they're asking for a realtor. I think they're thinking about maybe retiring or buying another house. And I tell them, actually, I do. And she's Filipina. I tell them, right? I forgot to tell you about that. But yeah,
Yeah.
people are traveling from all over just to
Wow.
come in and check out this festival this year. Last year, they did a lot from Florida, New Jersey. The reason why I know is because they're asking, where should we stay? How far is it from the hotel, from the airport? Where are you
Wow.
coming from? Where are you flying from? So they tell me I'm flying from here, from Florida, from New Jersey. So this year I was getting calls from Indiana, Florida again,
Yeah.
a lot of other states I forgot. Idaho, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah, right?
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, are you planning on doing this event more often or
Just once a year.
once a
And
year?
it's-
Yes.
Yeah, it takes months of planning.
Yes, I
and
bet.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can only handle it once a year with
So,
the restaurants.
I want to know a little bit of the background how you do it, because I know it takes months. And I remember one time you told me a story, the first Filipino festival you did, that you had to go to a car dealership. I don't know if you remember you telling me this, but I was just like, I've always thought about it. I'm like, and you are definitely an inspiration. Yeah, it's just like I went to car dealership and asked for sponsorship, and like how you got started with that.
I still do. I
Okay.
still do. What I used to do is I would bring a pan of lumpia to the dealerships and bring flyers for Aloha Kitchen. I would go down on Sahara
Yes, yeah.
and hit all the car dealerships and say, "Hey, I know you have a marketing budget that you feed your employees, your salespeople once a month.
Yeah.
Here's a gift from Aloha. If you like us, here's our menu. And then when I started doing the Pinoy Festival, I started reaching out again. Then I found some Filipino GMs. So I
Right.
kept their numbers and I text them once in a while. Hey, are you interested in sponsoring this year? Can I send you
Yeah.
a vendor packet or a sponsorship packet? And Finley has been really good to us. Finley has been very supportive of the Filipino community. I'm
That's great.
promoting them.
No, this is part of the, we promote you, we promote your businesses and Filipino Festival. It's coming in October
10 and 12.
10 and 12.
10, 11, 12
10, 11, and 12. Okay. And it's going to be, where at?
at the Gold Coast Hotel.
Okay. So we'll say that again at the end so we keep promoting it and a lot more people would come
Please.
in, right?
Please.
So I just can't imagine like everything, your experiences, what you were thinking, your mindset behind it. So I want to explore your core value. I mean, in day to day, what is your vision for growth and expansion? How do you decide to, okay, I'm gonna try on a new venture? Because I know you said you tried different avenues.
I think that's my daughter's turn now. She's a smart girl. She goes to Carnegie Mellon. I'm very proud of her. Her major is business and AI.
Wow.
I'm telling her right now, find your own path. And if you decide to come back and do the restaurant part of it, then do it. But I want her to try other things first. But she seems to not mind doing the restaurant at all. During winter and summer breaks, she would cashier.
Wow.
She would sweep the floors.
Yeah.
I think she wouldn't mind expanding. She told me her next step, if she ever takes over, is to take it and franchise it. But she also has this thing where she's thinking about Panda. Why did they grow and kept it private? So those are the things that she
Panda
has.
Express.
Panda Express.
Wow.
It's private. It's not franchise. So you have more control when it's
Right,
private,
yeah.
right? So yeah, she's the next generation, I hope.
She's already thinking of how to grow the business even more bigger.
I'm
Yes.
hoping, yes. But like I said,
Great.
try different things first because this is a difficult business to be in.
So tell us a little bit more, like what are some difficult situations that stand out to you and made you grow in that aspect?
A lot of difficult things. Like one of the biggest challenge I think is staffing. Finding the right people. Like I mentioned, restaurants run on very slim margins as it is.
Yeah.
So it's hard to compete with the big companies out there. But for some reason, I've been lucky enough to find my diamonds in the rough. You've met them, like
Yes, yeah.
Junebug and Jinky and Mila, right?
Yes.
So I'm thankful every day. I thank God every day for my team that I've found.
Yes.
Of course, they know that they're more than welcome to move on if they think they've outgrown me, but they're still with me.
So how was how long have you had your longest employee or staff?
I had one for 28 years.
20 years.
Ruben. He
I don't think I've met him.
No, but he went back to Mexico. He was
Oh.
actually like a brother because he was at the 1998 location when I first hired him.
Wow.
Yeah, and then his son, and there was a problem with his family. One of his son passed away, so he went back home to Mexico, and he's retired. He saved up though. He was always
Yeah.
telling me, I'm building a house.
Yeah.
I have 2 cars now for Uber. He was telling me that. I said,
In
good
Mexico?
job, Ruben. Yeah.
Oh,
I said,
wow.
good job, Ruben. So I told him, if I ever visit, you're going to come see me. He said, yeah, I'll take you around.
Oh. I've always noticed that on your staff, you treat them like family. And you've always been so good to them, like providing, housing. I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Where you're not really supposed to treat them like family, right? Because then that's where the problem happens, right? But it's difficult for us Filipinos.
Yes, because we're very family oriented,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So what would be a good piece of advice that you can give to, specifically, I guess, woman entrepreneur? Because there's a lot of people who look up to you. It's like, wow, I mean, you're young, you're doing remarkable things in Filipino community, not just in the Filipino, but just everywhere. Like everybody knows what Aloha Kitchen is, and Filipino festival. Just what kind of piece of advice would you give someone who's aspiring to be like you?
Um, I think you don't need to know you don't need to know everything. You just
Yeah.
need to know the right people. Meaning, you need to have a smarter person. You surround yourself with smarter people in certain areas. Like I need to have a smarter bookkeeper than me, or a smarter accountant, a better chef than me.
Yeah.
Uh, that way they can help me grow. I'm not going to be able to do everything. So I need to be able to depend on people that are better than me in certain areas.
Oh, that's a really good piece of advice. So we're gonna take that in in our own business. So how is it being a business owner changed you personally? And I guess what have you learned throughout this journey for yourself?
I think it's being a mom and as a business owner as well. I've become
Yeah.
more patient. I think I'm more resilient going through like the 2008 recession and the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I've become more open minded.
Yes. Yeah. I know you have other plans, not just in restaurant, because you always ask me like I want to expand on your businesses and owning more real estate out there. So what is the next step for you as far as growth?
That's the next step, Angela. That's why I'm always nagging you. Any good deals out there, Angela?
Yeah,
And you're
yes, yeah.
probably tired of me
No,
asking
no,
you.
never. Yeah.
That's the next one. I want to slow down if I can. I'd like to buy more properties if I can.
Okay. Do you foresee yourself retiring?
No. I think I can slow down, but
Yeah.
I don't think I can ever retire fully. I enjoy what I do, and it keeps me young.
Yes, that's very true. What do you love about what you do?
That there is a purpose every day. That I don't like all the problems. I don't like them calling me in the middle of the night to tell me we're out of soy sauce. But there is a purpose. There is a party that's gonna come up.
Yeah.
I just like what I do.
Yes, yeah. That I think it resonates every time. I mean, like, gosh, it's a tough business to be in, but you're growing, you're expanding, which is, again, it's an honor for you to be here. It's an honor for me to interview you in this podcast, and uh, I'm just curious though, like as personal question for me, like as a mom, have you ever thought of just slowing down while your kids, I know you said there's a portion of your career when you wanted to slow down because you had kids. And now that your business is taking off, has there ever been a time you doubted yourself and what you do about it?
Every day, Angela. Every day. As a mom, I think that did I do this right? Did I raise them right? Like I said, I forgot to pick her up twice. And I had to stop. I had to stop the festival. I have to think hard and say which one is my priority. And now I'm an empty nester. I can do whatever I want. So I think that was the right decision for me.
Yes. So was there ever a time you regret some decisions that, you're really busy on this project and you just want to just focus on more kids, maybe stay at home instead of just career?
I no. I think getting I love having my kids with me, but also going to work is probably a release
Yes.
of being at home with the kids, because you need to socialize. You
Right.
need to be able to speak with another adult, with a friend, right?
Yeah.
Because you're at home watching Barney all day, right? And feeding them. So when you get out there, you're with adults that you can relate with and talk to and joke around with. So
Yeah.
I think it's not easy to find that balance.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a balance. Tell me a person who's able to do that. I mean, because I'd like to learn from them. But I guess that's part of life. That's the fun part, right?
Yeah.
The stress of going home with and finding a messy house. But then when they grow
Yeah.
up, you miss that messy house. You miss that noise. You miss them fighting, right? And it's too clean and too quiet.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that to me the other day. I was like, "Wow," and I'm in that, and I'm like, "Okay." That gives me like, "Okay, I'm grateful for what I have." Yeah, so
Enjoy it.
yes, yes.
Enjoy it. And you want to kill them sometimes, right? But no, enjoy it.
Yes, yeah, yeah. So, no, I appreciate that. When you're in a mental rut or self-doubt creeps in, what's your first to go strategy to reset your mindset and shift your mindset to break through that adversity?
I pray. I literally I go to church and I pray and I take maybe 10 minutes of my time. Every Wednesday I go to church. And
Yeah.
that's where I just kind of thank you. I don't need anything today, but next week I might. But I do pray. And it for some reason it helps me. I just mumble things and I say, "Oh, it's been a rough week. I don't know why did you do this, but I'm sure you have a reason for this. So can you help me out?" I kind of like Mama Mary is my patron saint. And I kind of just say, can you help me out? I talk to her that way. I'd say my prayers, of course, but I just pray.
That's a
And
great
for some reason, it
advice.
gives me the answers. It calms me down.
So, what are your final thoughts for all our listeners, the Filipino community, people who look up to you?
Look up to me. Angela, I really, okay, I'm not sure if there are a lot of people who look up to me, but I think what's missing in our community is not helping each other enough. I think we should help each other out, and just reach out if you need help.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Unity, I think, is what's missing. So let's try to be united and let's try to help each other out.
Yes. So before we end, before you go, can you tell us a little bit of about Filipino Festival, Pinoy Pride Festival? How do people sign up? What website? Where do they go?
So Pinoy Festival 2025 is going to be at the Gold Coast Hotel and Casino again. It's bigger and better. Our parade is the highlight of the event. We have buy your tickets at pinoyfestlv.com. There's more information, which artists are coming. It's 3 days of different activities, different artists. We have games. We have Filipino food. We have San Miguel beer.
Charade,
Right.
the
And
parade,
the parade. The parade is the highlight of the event.
not
Please,
Piolo Pascual.
not Piolo Pascual. For me, it is.
Yes, yes.
The parade is on Saturdays and Sunday.
Yes.
And it's between 4 and 5 p.m. We try to do it before the main act.
Okay.
We're bringing in Piolo Pascual,
Yeah.
his son, Inigo Pascual, 2018 Catriona Gray, Miss Universe, 2018 Miss Universe Catriona Gray, the comedy queen Ai de las Alas, and a lot of local artists that you will be proud of. The tickets are $30 for early bird. That's actually a 3-day pass. You can't beat that. It's like paying $10 per day. Kids 12 and under are free. The SVIP tickets where you get your picture taken with the artist is $225. But you have assigned seating. You get to take a picture with your idol. A lot of people are actually asking about Catriona Gray.
Oh,
So
Miss Universe.
Miss Universe. I mean, how many times can you meet a Miss Universe?
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about that. Come and take your picture with her. We'll see you at Pinoy Festival. Punta na po kayo.
Yes.